Eclectic, elegant and entertaining, Slightly Foxed is hailed as a literary magazine for nonconformists. It aims to introduce or reintroduce its readers to all the wonderful books that have languished on publishers' backlists but have too often disappeared from bookshops. Its contributors are established writers, journalists and people from other fields who share their passion for particular books and authors. Since it is entirely independent, Slightly Foxed is free to follow its own path, to promote unfashionable enthusiasms, to celebrate the offbeat and the unusual. It also brings back forgotten voices through its Slightly Foxed editions, a series of beautifully produced pocket hardback reissues of classic memoirs, all of them absorbing and highly individual. For younger bookworms, and nostalgic older ones too, there's the Slightly Foxed Cubs series. Denys Watkins-Pitchford, who wrote under the pseudonym BB, was the author of more than 60 books for adults and children. BB was both a writer and an illustrator, and his charming original illustrations decorate his books. Above all, he was a countryman, whose intimate and unsentimental knowledge of animals, birds and plants, as well as his gifts as a storyteller, make his books unique. Slightly Foxed Cubs present 3 of BB's classic children's stories. In The Little Grey Men, the last 4 gnomes in Britain live on the banks of the bubbling Folly Brook and are perfectly happy with their quiet life until one of them, Cloudberry, sets off to follow his dream for adventure and never returns. The remaining gnomes must set off on their own adventure to find him and bring him home. In Down the Bright Stream, the same 4 gnomes, Dodder, Bald Money, Cloudberry and Sneezewort, are awakened from their winter sleep with the terrible news that the brook is drying up. They must pack up their belongings and head off in their boat, the Jeannie Deans, to find a new home where they can be safe once again. Brendan Chase tells the story of 3 brothers who run away from home to live like Robin Hood and his merry men, deep in the forest of the titular Brendan Chase. They make their camp in an ancient oak tree and live like outlaws, loving the dangers and excitement of their wild surroundings. Their aim is never to be caught, but how can they avoid all the people who are searching for them, including the police? All 3 books are printed in a 220 by 155mm format and feature cloth binding and illustrated end papers with a colour blocking to the spine and front. They feature the original black and white drawings by the author and are limited to 2,000 copies each.